Hey guys, and welcome back to Anita Live. For those who don't know, my name is Anita, and today's vlog is gonna be something that I seen with my boyfriend Chris over the weekend. And we recently seen a documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma, and I was just so mind blown with the confessions that they had to say in this documentary, and even the information that they are exposing with the whole social media thing. And it is crazy, and I think it is something that I want to talk about and then get people to go and watch that film and come back and have some thoughts and opinions about it, because it is really crazy what they expose on there. So basically, this documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma is talking about how our phones are basically programmed to manipulate us into what we want to hear, and basically knowing what we want to see. There goes my cat. What we want to see within our phones, because they have a whole group of people watching us 24/7. Yes, guys, 24/7 watching us. What we like on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Google, and they're just talking about crazy things, right? So back then we used to think like, yes, we knew the internet was addictive, we knew our phones were addictive, but these people that are talking on there, and these are people that have worked with Facebook, these are people that have worked with Instagram, these are people that have worked with Twitter, Pinterest, and these are like some CFOs that go and talk about there, or like the engineers that go and talk about the building of it. My cat, dude, I'm so sorry. The building of it. And it is crazy what they say. It is really crazy what they say, because to think that we were making jokes about the FBI being the ones that are like tapping into our phones and stuff, and in reality it's all these social media platforms are the ones that, the reasons why you see weird ads coming up on your phone when you have just talked about something with your friends or with your family. You know how you randomly talk about, I don't know, getting a new mattress for your house, right? And then you see ads on Instagram of mattresses. That is not the FBI. Those are the social media platforms that we have into our phones. And that to me is so crazy. That's so crazy to think about, that these people, not even the government, but these social media apps are the ones that are telling us what we like, showing us what we want to see. And it's almost, in this documentary, I don't want to give away too much, but I do want to talk about enough for you guys to be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna say the bad word, because it is really crazy. It's crazy to think about these people having that power over us and making us in a way think this way that we think that we are thinking. Which I know sounds, I don't know if that was like mixing up things, but for example, one of the guys talking on there, he talks about how Democrats and Republicans, right? How there's this group and this party and this party, and how you are seeing things on your feed about all Democrats, right? All liberal things, all whatever you believe in, right? But you're mostly Democrat. There's a group of people on these apps that are showing you what you want to see and what you want to hear. So if you're a Democrat, your feed being full of Democratic things is not a coincidence. It is planted there for you to see that. Same thing with the Republicans. Same thing with whatever they want to see, whatever they want to hear. That is planted on there. And we often have fighting points onto like, how can the Republican Party not see what the Democratic Party is trying to do? Or how can the Democratic Party not see what the Republican Party is trying to do? It's because we can't see it. We really can't see it. We are not seeing each other because these people on our apps are showing us things that we want to see. And that's why now I look back at it and I like was seeing things on the news about like Mark Zuckerberg being in the council and talking to these Congress people and being in trouble with it because it is like fake propaganda. And it's something that you want to hear and not really the reality of what it is. And that is so crazy to me. That is so crazy. Because these people are betting on what we think we want to see. Another mind-blowing thing that they show you on that documentary is, you know how now we get like little pop-ups of like TikTok is constantly sending me things like, oh, this friend just posted a new video, click on it. Instagram just did this. They're doing that on purpose so you can clickbait that into their apps and they can show you all these ads because they're making millions off of us. We are a product. We are literally a product. And we are clickbaiting everything on there. And I know I'm sounding crazy, but this is why I need you guys to go and watch that film. And hit me up later about it. I'll put my social media on there, my Instagram and stuff, or even comment on this video below because it is crazy. And I needed to talk about it because often we are so on one-sided thing that we don't see anymore like a medium of what is what, you know, because like people like you say you're a Democrat and you're a hard Democrat, or you say you're a Republican, you're a hard Republican, instead of like being human beings of knowing what is right and what is wrong, instead of choosing a side because you're not seeing of like, say the Republican Party is doing something right, you're not going to care that Republican Party is doing something right because you're just seeing Republican, and because you're not a Republican, you don't believe what they're doing is right, or you don't even want to dig into do research if that party is doing right or not because you're not a Republican. Same thing with the Democrat. Republicans are not going to look into that because they see Democrat, they're not Democrat, they don't believe in what Democrats are. And I don't know, I felt that I had to come out and talk about this documentary because it is really an eye-opening thing that all of us need to see. It is crazy how advanced technology is getting and how easily they are tapping into everything that we have in our phones, and we are basically allowing it, and we're probably enjoying it because we're on it 24/7. We feed off of that, and this guy made a really great point on talking about that in the documentary, is how fake news travels faster than real news. And that's basically what I'm seeing is what we're kind of living off of. Like, we feed off of it. Like, it's almost as we want to see bad because it's more, I don't want to say pleasurable of talking, but it's like, it's drama, right? And drama, I feel, gets talked about more than something that's not drama or something good that's happening. And this documentary really breaks down things of how crazy social media is, and how these people that probably they do talk about them having good intentions with the technology that they build and like the database that they create that then turned into something bad because that's what it is. We are a product. We are basically, they're making money off of us with ads, with giving us fake propaganda, with just all these things, you know. And something that was once built to do good, like they talk about how this person built the like button, and he built the like button on social media to bring light and positivity, and instead it brought bad things, like, or being in competition, like who has the more likes, and why this person has more likes, this person doesn't have a lot of likes, and it just got turned into something negative. And they're realizing that this technology is being used more so for the bad and the negative, instead of what it was supposed to be built on, to having advanced technology and it being a positive. And I just felt a need to bring a light to that, because I do believe that that is true. We are so far into being so emotionally attached to things that we see in the media, instead of doing research, more research into what we are seeing now, and judging so hard, when I feel that we as people need to be more compassionate, be more understanding, and do that research, you know, do the research. Yes, there's horrific things. Yes, we read things that are like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening. But instead of just reading that one headline, do the research into it. See what it's about, really. See if it's true or not. See if it's a sourceable thing, and not feed into everything that we see, because that's initially what these apps are doing to us. And it is just crazy. And I really, really, really suggest my 79 subscribers that I have on here, or anybody else that is viewing this, to really go and look at that documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma, because it is crazy. It is really crazy, and it is kind of scary to know that these people have all that power and control over us, and they are manipulating us into thinking that's what we believe, or that's what we want to hear. And that's just mind-blowing to me, because I will admit that I have been I don't want to say victim, but I have fallen into things like that, and we all have, you know. It's we all do it, you know. And that's why I highly suggest all of you guys go and watch this documentary. Please hit me up and talk to me about it, or even spread it, because honestly, I don't see this as a negative. I only see it as a positive, into people opening their minds and seeing what these apps really are, what they really are. You know, we're thinking it's just our pictures, we're thinking we're just post our opinions, like Twitter, we're thinking on Facebook that it is just like us seeing what our friends are up to, and no, it is more than that. It is insanely more than that. And this, I mean, we've all kind of joked about it, like the FBI knowing our things, but this thing really brings it down to like the nitty-gritty of what these apps are all about. And I highly suggest that you guys all go and watch those things. I'm gonna end it here. I feel like I rambled a little bit, but I really think that it is something that everybody should go and watch. You should go and tell your friends to watch. You should tell your people, especially that are really into social media and everything, which is, I feel, half of the world. Look at this video and let me know what you guys think. Be open to what these apps really are doing to us, and be more kind to each other. Be more understanding of each other. Initially, I feel like we should all try, I hope this is everybody's like understanding and wish upon the world, is that we become one, we understand each other more, we love each other more, instead of tearing each other down, and just really come together, because that's initially, and I pray for that, almost every day. I try to remember to pray about that, is be more kind to each other, be more loving to each other, be more understanding, and initially just all come together as one, because we are one. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. For those who have watched, stay tuned for future videos coming up, but love you guys, stay positive and be beautiful.